Hey guys, did you know that I have a Patreon where you can support me and plus get awesome rewards? Or if you're thinking to yourself, but Julian, I want even more bang for my buck while still supporting you, you can pop over to my Redbubble and check out my awesome store with new designs appearing regularly. But for now, enjoy the video you're about to watch.
Hey guys, it's me, Julian Greystoke. Sorry about the shit lighting in here. Let's move on. Today I am wearing this Nintendo shirt, and I accented it with this little fire flower that I got on Etsy. And today we are going to be looking through yet another review that got lost in this notebook, and I really need to work on doing reviews better, like when I write them down, instead of just getting excited about the latest thing I've read and doing a review of that. So we're going to try, with the notes that I have, to remember what this book was about. It was called Roomies, and I do remember that it was about two girls who are very different who end up as roommates in college. I remember that one of them has I think she was an only child, or it was a very small family that was wealthier, and one of them came from a larger family that had less money, and just the dynamic, came from two very different lives, and they weren't actually roommates yet, they were going to be. So they found out that they were going to be each other's roommates, and one of them, the one who's more type A, which I believe is the only child, was like messaging the other one and being like, hey, we're going to be roommates, so we should get to know each other. And this is basically just switching back and forth their lives, their messages to each other, and the conflicts that arise from that. And I actually, for a book that I pretty much randomly picked up, I quite enjoyed it. Some of you may know that I like a good contemporary now and then, something fluffy, something light, just to cleanse the palate from any more dense books that I might be reading. So let's talk about Roomies. I felt like the characters were complex and relatable. The two girls at least felt like whole, real people who you could potentially meet. There was some family angst, especially I think with both families, I think, actually. I love family angst. Here's the thing about me. Like, if a book has some good family angst in it, I'm probably on board. I am all over, like, not only parents being in the story, but parents, like, being people who have problems of their own, and they're trying to deal with a teenager, and their problems conflict, and it's just, I love it. There was a love story, but it was not the focus, so that was nice. I like a love story to be there tangentially, but not to be the main focus of a story. That is like my ideal world. Okay, apparently the sister who had the more siblings was named Lauren. She had 5 siblings, and naturally I was very drawn to her. I have 6 younger siblings, and so the large family dynamic I related to right away. I don't remember where she fell in the birth order. I think she might have been first, but she might have been in middle. If she was first, that made me relate to her even more, no doubt. The feeling of being the first and the responsibility towards your younger siblings that has, especially when you are going away to college and you're sort of leaving them and they might feel abandoned by you. I don't know if any of my siblings felt abandoned by me, and now I live next door, so they sure don't anymore. Oh, I forgot to mention that this book was written by 2 authors, and they each took a turn. And some people did not like that. I was reading other reviews, but I quite did. I thought they did an excellent job of their back and forth, and they both kept their styles similar enough that it was not jarring to go from one to the other. Sometimes when you have 2 authors writing, there will be one that is like an obvious weak link, one will be stronger than the other, and I think they were close enough on the same level of writing skill that it really worked out well for them. I liked in this book there was a lot of what we think inside our heads versus what we say, and it really spoke to me. You know, all of us sometimes have, like, aberrant thoughts that are just, like, some stupid thing that your brain thinks, and you're like, no brain, that is a terrible thing to think, and we are never going to say that, because it'll just be, like, gone in a flash, this moment where you think something bad, and then you immediately correct yourself. And this book, like, addresses that, and has that, and how she will, like, think something, and then be like, what is that even? what? And I liked that. I liked that little touch in there. There is so much great girl friendship in this book. If you want a book of girl friendship, this is the book for you. It's still got your heterosexual romances in it, but man, the girl friendship is for real. And the last note that I had about this book is that the parents were flawed and complex and present, and the characters having to deal with their parents. I at least get so sick of young adult books, especially contemporary, where the parent is a non-entity, where the parent doesn't matter. And I don't just mean like bio parents. Whoever raised you, whoever is raising you is an important part of your life. And to leave that out of so many young adult books, it does them a disservice. And the relationship with parents, I think, is a really, really interesting one to explore. And so this book did that, and I liked it. I didn't really have like any criticisms really of this book written down, so apparently I really liked it. I don't remember what I rated on Goodreads, and I'm too lazy to go check. My guess would be 4 stars. I don't know if this is quite a 5-star read for me. The love interests, if I recall, were okay, but did nothing to like hugely stand out to me. Probably you'll notice I didn't write any notes about them, so they weren't really a standout. But the relationships between the girls and their family, I loved it. I ate it up. It's exactly the kind of light contemporary that I'm looking for as a palate cleanser. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely consider checking out Roomies. So there you go. What did you think? Have you read Roomies? Leave yourself a little review in the comments, or hey, link to your own review. I don't care. I'll put it up there. YouTube will flag it, and then I'll put it up there. It's fine. As most of you probably know, I post new videos Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media, including my Goodreads, where you can keep up with the books that I read right after I finish them. Short reviews on Goodreads, which should help sate you until I finally get around to doing a review here on this channel. And if you liked what you saw here but wish it was higher quality, you can support me on Patreon. All of the donations on my Patreon go towards getting me better equipment. And I will see all of you next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!
Hey everybody, it is shout out time. Time for me to shout out to my amazing patrons, Kim, Sarah, and Savvy Panda. So if you want to be cool like these great people, then become my patron over on Patreon.